Namaste, welcome you all. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, I am Yogi Devaraj from Yuva India Forum. I welcome you all for this yoga session. Today's yoga session is on Advanced Pancha Kosha Viveka, maybe little bit deeper, but people who are following me right from the beginning, probably you may understand. Because in yoga, it starts from basic asanas. From there, it goes on to the deepest level. Before getting into today's discussion, I want to give a small example. Like, see, in Yama, Niyama, we tell things which a normal person can understand in the beginning. But as you continuously start studying, your understanding will be different. Like Brahmacharya. See, Brahmacharya at the outset, for a beginner, we will tell only abstain from sex, restrain from sex or controlling the sex. That is Brahmacharya. Right? So that is the beginning for the basic person. But as you go deeper levels of yoga, we will understand Brahmacharya has got totally a different meaning. Brahmacharya means, Brahman means the Supreme Soul, Creator. Brahman, for which our whole life we are struggling. Charya means dwelling. Be with that. Be in that. That is why in Brahma Sutra, Rishi Vyasa Guruji tells, Brahman is the one from where all of us have come, where all of us are dwelling, where all of us will merge back. That is Brahman. But it's very difficult to understand. That is why we need to go from step by step, right from understanding what is Brahmacharya, which is again abstain from sex. We have to start from there only. Like, once you reach the higher levels, you will understand Brahmacharya is dwelling in Brahman, dwelling in truth, dwelling in Ananda continuously. That is the reality of yoga. If you are a beginner, yes, they will tell you something. If you are a senior, you tell the same other thing, right? In the same way, today in Pancha Kosha Viveka Advanced, we are telling you one more word like awareness of the consciousness, or Sakshi Bhava, or live like a witness. Then you will be with that witness only. Friends, now let us take. Supposing I take a back seat of the driver's seat, then we can see the road as clearly as possible, and also at the same time we can see how the driving is being done by our driver, isn't it? if you take a back seat, it's possible. But if you take a front seat, or if you sit yourself in the driver's seat, probably you have to do swadhyaya, then only you will understand how you are driving. Otherwise, you will not be knowing how you are driving. The person sitting next to you may be worried because of your driving. So, what we need to do is, as we go ahead, we must take the back seat. We must be like a witness to our own life. That is what the soul does, or that is what our Supreme Soul presence we feel. It is a witness. It doesn't do anything. It is like consciousness. That is what we call consciousness, Chaitanya. Because of which everything works in this body. Annamaya Kosha works, Manomaya Kosha works, Vijnanamaya Kosha works. All these koshas work only because of that consciousness. Now, you are aware of that consciousness itself, what happens? You will know where your consciousness is moving. You will be taking the control of the consciousness sitting back. Supposing, see, one is being in anger, right? Second thing is awareness of anger. Please, you have to understand it very clearly in this case. When you are angry, you will not recognize anything. You will be bombarding at the person in front of you with the anger continuously. That there is no awareness. But even in anger, if you are in awareness, if you are observing, then you will have control on your words which you are uttering. Otherwise, that itself may create another big problem. Many times it happens. They may not be able to understand what is that they are talking. See, forget about the mistake done by the other person, but they will be getting into problem because of the words spoken during anger. So that is why we need to take the back seat and understand why this is happening like this. Welcome, Anandji. So we need to understand sitting in the back seat. Thank you, Namaskar. Sitting in the back seat, you can not only understand the road and all other things, but also understand how the driver is driving if you are in the back seat. So this is a higher level of awareness of the consciousness itself. If you are in awareness, if you are observing yourself as a witness, then you can observe all your koshas as a witness. Like, most important thing is, forget about pranayama or prana also. See, if your consciousness comes on prana, you will understand whether your breath is shallow, deep, long, continuous. You will understand only when the consciousness goes into pranamaya kosha. In the same way, see, like I am moving all my hands, legs and everything. If I am conscious of that, I will understand, oh yes, I am moving all my hands, which may be good, which may not be good. So consciousness is very, very important. And more than that, the top of it, awareness of the consciousness is much more important. This is how is being discussed in our Shastras, especially in Ashtavakra Yoga, Ashtavakra Gita. Supposing you are aware of your mind, like anger I told. There is one of the characteristics of a mind is anger. When you are in anger, probably you will not be understanding what is that you are talking. But if you are aware of, yes, I am in anger, probably you will have control on anger, control on the words with which you are speaking to the other person. That is awareness of the consciousness itself. That is why we always tell that Chaitanya, that consciousness, is like a witness in our own body, in our own self. It doesn't do anything, but it supports everything. This is what we need to understand consciousness with reference to Pancha Kosha Viveka. See, our body, Annamaya Kosha, is supported by mind. Yesterday I was studying, body is only extension of the mind. Now you take the mind. See, mind is only a empty part when we came to this world as a young small child after birth from mother's womb. Right? All of us. It's only blank, nothing else. Maybe few asanas and prarabdha karmas might be there in that. But as we go through, all our elders with whom we are living, parents, brothers and sisters, all elders in that house will be putting some knowledge or the other. Do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. All these things are put inside our mind. Over a period, all those things will become our own characteristic. That we call it as EN in our book, Pulse of Vedic Wisdom. So it goes on. Then when we enter the school or the college, there is a different set of people, maybe classmates, benchmates, college students, colleagues, then teachers, class teacher, principal and the management through which they act on us. So all these things create a particular thing in our mind also. If they give a lot of knowledge to us, we get a lot of information. That also again poured into our mind. Over a period again it becomes ours and we hold on to that and we react to the world only through that mind only. A little bit tricky and secretive. Please understand. Go back. Only when you do Swadhyaya you will understand. That is the second thing. Third thing is experience. See, experience also of our own. This experience makes us to always tell, I know, I know, I know. This is what we tell, I know, I know, I know. That is the richness of experience of self in one's life. So that once if you get into the experience, you may reverse some of the decisions which you have taken, keeping in your mind in EN, environment, or ED or education. That we call it as EX, that is experience. All these three things makes our personality. Whatever we learned from the family where we are brought up, wherever we have learned our education, second, whatever our experience got in one's life, all these three things becomes our personality. See, example only I am telling friends, don't feel bad. If you are really a student, a very good student of history, you have studied medieval history of India, where this British rule is there, you will read and go through lot of instances where British people did against our people. In the process of conquering entire India, Bharat, they would have done lot of, why they would have? They have done lot of things which cannot be even pardoned. If you are deeply involved in that, you will get a feeling that Britishers are bad. But is it true today? Today. It may or may not be, but As a student of history, of medieval history, when you have gone through, you will strongly believe that they are bad. Friends, if anybody from London or basically from London, don't feel bad. It is not that I am telling. It's only an example I am telling. So you'll feel all Britishers are bad. But it may not be. Because we have never seen, we have gone through all the medieval India history. Those people are bad, definitely we can tell. But today, right now, with whom we are, it may not be. Like, I'll give you one more example. That is for the whole mass. This is for individual I am telling. Supposing in any family, wherever a person is born, the father is very strict. Or maybe mother, I don't know. See, it's only an example for you to understand I am telling you. Father is strict in this example, very strict. He doesn't allow anything. Supposing 5 o'clock school closes, 5:05 he should be there, because he will calculate and tell by this time you should come back. Otherwise he will give you a lot of punishment. And he should go only 5 minutes early to the school. He cannot ask money. He should give reasons. He should give accounts. So like this, there are a lot of things making father, your father, strict has gone into your mind. Friends, even though you are grown up, even though your father has become very old, you will be thinking, my father is bad. Because I can give you an example. I was conducting Atma Darshana Yoga in Singapore. Some 20-25 people were there. I was telling about the relationship. Then I was telling, see, relationship with the parents is God-given. They can never be wrong. They will always support the children. They will not do anything wrong to the children. Then somehow one of the participants did not agree. No, Guruji, you don't know. I know my father. He is very bad. He is very bad. Because of him only my life has spoiled. He started. Then I told him, okay, it's okay. Then the next day, there was a discussion on friendship of brothers and sisters. Again he started telling, Guruji, you don't know, but I know my father is bad. Because of that, even relationship with my brothers and sisters spoiled because of my father. I kept quiet. I said, okay, fine and all that. Then the third day, when we were discussing about relationship with the husband and wife, then again he started, no, you don't know, Guruji, I know my father is bad. Even because of that, even my relationship with my wife is bad. Then I could not tolerate. Then I had to tell him, see, your father is in a small village in India. He is not with you. And the influence of any father on anybody, there is a percentage. Maybe 5% or 10%. Because so many people are working with you. There may be few bad incidents. I am not telling. Maybe on that day, that may be good, your father would have done. But what you have done is, that 5% or 10%, you have made it 90%. Taking all the bad things, taking on your father, that he is responsible for everything. Now, I asked him, because he is already married and having a child. Look, you have already become a father. You are in a different country and you are working. You are getting your own salary and you are not depending on your father. Then still, why do you have so much of negativity on your father? Then I was forced to explain something using biology also. See, father has given you one cell, most important cell, isn't it? Because of which you are here today. Yes. because of which you have also developed lot of things. First thing is your body is beautiful, intact, handsome. Yes. You have got a lot of knowledge because of the education your father has given you. Yes. Because of that education you got a good job in Singapore. Yes. Because of that your wife also liked you, loved you, and she is with you today, isn't it? Then why do you still continue to have a negative thing because of few incidents happened in your childhood? When I explained all these things, he understood, yes, there is a contribution of my father in my life in positive way also. Then only for that purpose, why don't you give respect to him? Because there is no other person equivalent to your mother and father in your life. That is why in Bharat, the most important thing is highest respect is given to parents. They are considered as representatives of God. Now, coming back to us. If you keep all these negative things, taking some few incidents happened in your childhood, how you will be in your mind? Forget about all other things. You will be negative person always, which spoils your life, not another person's. See, I can give you one more example. Say examples are many. Okay, I will give you tomorrow that example. I want to tell you because I tested yesterday. I told you that I will tell about the mind. See, this mind, if you keep all these negative things generally which we will do, makes us negative, first thing. Second thing is, when that is the case, whole day, probably now, today, people in Bharat and people from USA probably can do it tomorrow. Whole day, how much time you spend on things connected to your purpose of life? You just work out. How many things, both kaya, vacha, manasa, in your mind, words, and actions, what is the percentage you will spend on things connected to your purpose of life? So, that is why I tell sometimes our mind is nothing but garbage. We put lot of things, unnecessary, irrelevant things, not required things, and we think that is our stuff. I know. We start behaving in a negative way, and we think, so many things. Like one of the characters, I am great, I am handsome, I am beautiful. Others are ugly, he is ugly, X is ugly, Y is ugly. Or Y is not intelligent like me. That ego comes in and spoils the whole life. That is why we have to study, analyze, inquire how is your mind. Friends, with this I am stopping here. Tomorrow we will see some more examples how the mind takes our own life into problem. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, I thank you all for giving me this support, blessings to continue this yoga sessions, and thank you and good night for US people and good day for all Southeast Asian people. Dhanyavad. Namaste. Please be with us, support us so that we can spread yoga. And today is the last day in case you are interested in joining Bangalore Rotary Global Yoga Club. You need to speak to us immediately so that we can have a very big army of yoga people who can spread yoga to all the countries in the world. That is our purpose. Dhanyavad. Namaste. Please be with us. Namaste.